I know I wanted to have some newer content, but I was going through the archives of my old channel YouTube videos, and I was like, I think there's an opportunity to show some of the older videos that never really got viewed, or I think just got lost in the amount of videos I had on the channel. So tonight is going to start about a four-video series, or five, I think so. And these are going to be just older videos. So you're going to see this, and then you're going to see the opening to my old channel, Dre's Geek Depot, or I can't remember the other openings you'll see, but it's gonna be older videos of me when Rory was young. So these are a couple years old. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This is content I feel that like is still relevant to what I do on this channel, and it's something that I wanted to just kind of show and get people interested again. One of them is going to be a video for Black Panther, the very first movie, which I did for Black History Month. I'm looking forward to actually seeing Wakanda Forever on Saturday with Lana. We got our tickets. We are super excited. Um, but yeah, like that's what I wanted to kind of do. So while you're watching these videos, just remember you're gonna see this, you're gonna see my face, you're gonna hear this dialogue, and it's gonna go right into the opening and enjoy it. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. You are entitled to your own opinion. So if you don't like the video, give a thumbs down. But at least if you thumbs down or if you thumbs up, leave a comment. The algorithm loves when you guys do that stuff. Plus, I like to know what you guys are thinking. All right, folks, enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Geek Depot. It's your boy Dre, and I am late on some videos. I owe at least 3 videos for the last couple days, and I'm going to make that up in doing 2 videos tomorrow on Friday, and then I'll have really 3 videos to be. I'll catch up probably all 3 videos tomorrow, and I'll post 2 tomorrow or all 3 tomorrow, just at different times. So just give me. I apologize. Today's Black History Month topic we're going to talk about is the movie Black Panther. Now, Ryan Coogler directed this movie, and it came out in February of 2018. And it came out to just rave reviews and shocked audiences. Black Panther was, by many critics, one of the best comic book movies to come out in a long time. And a lot of people didn't know who Black Panther was unless you were one of the initiated comic book fans that happened to know what Wakanda was, and you know, and were really paying attention to the Easter eggs from Captain America not Civil War, it was Winter Soldier, where they had shown Wakanda, Atlantis, and several other places. So we got an inkling of Wakanda showing up already in the MCU, and then we saw in Civil War Black Panther take his role, and then we saw him in his individual movie. And Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in power, one of the best choices for the role. I mean, he was T'Challa. I mean, it was just an amazing fit for the actor as well as for what you had to pick to be the hero for Black Panther. And I think Eric Killmonger was a good villain. I just don't think I would have had him be the first villain Black Panther should have faced. I think it would have been better to have Claw, because that was like his main villain in the comics. Now, Killmonger was one of his villains in the comics as well, but I think having them related and, it was just an odd flavor for the movie, in my opinion. Granted, it's still one of my top 20 favorite Marvel movies to have come out in this lifetime. And yes, I think Black Panther set up a lot of movies to set a very big tone and a bar for what we were expecting out of a movie of that caliber. Now, what's interesting is a lot of people were not just talking about the movie, but the effects the movie had on the public. It was kind of interesting to see it from a non-comic book perspective, how people in the African American community, were like very happy to have a superhero they could relate to. And I I am a person that could say I can't really relate to Black Panther. I relate more to Miles Morales than I could ever relate to Black Panther. But I think having a hero of color and a movie where that hero does so much and he goes through these very big changes in his life, and what he has to do and how he has to do it, seeking advice from his father who's passed on, and just it was a lot of cool things to see interwoven into the story to show the depth of the character. And I think we see that more in the evolution of Black Panther. Sadly, we won't see it anymore. It's going to be very interesting to see what they're going to do moving forward with the Black Panther character, as far as if the mantle will pass to Shuri or what we're going to see. Now, I gave this movie when I saw it in theaters just, 5 out of 5. It was just freaking amazing. Lots of people did not like it. I think it, for the people that didn't like it, what were you looking to see? I mean, it was action, story, not a whole lot of romance, espionage, family conflict. I mean, it was a lot of cool stuff. I mean, it had like sci-fi elements, comic book elements. It covered a lot of the spectrum. I don't see where anybody would be mad. But then, of course, everybody has their view. This movie sparked a lot of interesting stories, and it was one that I taught my students, because I didn't know this a little. I didn't know a lot about Chadwick Boseman. I'd seen a lot of his movies, but I never knew that he was from literally 30 minutes from where I live. He's from South Carolina. And he rented out a theater so students and kids that were underprivileged could be able to see his movie. And he bought them popcorn. And this was something that not just he did, but other like businesses in certain states were reaching out to children to get that opportunity, to have them see heroes of color. And I think that that's something that this movie really did set a tone for, because we haven't seen many. Blade, obviously, I discussed Blade already, and now I'm discussing Black Panther. Luke Cage was already on the Netflix series, and then you have War Machine, Nick Fury, and Nick Fury's not really a superhero, so you have to look and weigh your options. So overall, Black Panther's musical score was amazing. I think the hip hop score meshed well with the movie. The costume design was amazing. Set design was really cool, even though it took place 3.5 hours down the road in Atlanta. So, I mean, again, not really a big surprise, but Wakanda's in Atlanta, folks. It's not in Africa. And overall, I think the characters that the movie presented and the story that was given to us gave depth to, like I said, the uninitiated into the comic book world. There's been a lot of arguments amongst fans and non-fans that go see these movies, and suddenly those non-fans become fans, and they go to a comic book store to try to pick up, comics or memorabilia, and they're kind of shunned. And I think that that's a negative view for collectors to have, or people that are interested in this. I mean, I remember reading a meme once that a girl walked into a comic book store and she really liked Guardians of the Galaxy. And one of the guys behind the counter at the store said, "Well, do you know anything about it?" And she's like, "No, I've never heard of it. I just saw the movie." And the guy kind of turned her off to buying the comic. And I was, in my head, when I read that meme, I felt upset, because it doesn't make sense. These are, we're supposed to be inclusive, not exclusive. Yes, I know it was not cool 20 years ago to be a nerd. Now it's extremely cool. People do it all the time. I love seeing these guys that were like, "I'm not a nerd, but I love me some Spider-Man." And it's kind of funny, because there's people that I never would have expected or really figured they were going to be fans of it. And that's how Black Panther was. But I think Black Panther kind of shed a light on people in a different way, because you had several Oscar-winning people. You had Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, Chadwick Boseman. I mean, damn, that's just three people. Andy Serkis. I mean, wow, wow. So overall, Black History Month would be remiss at not having a discussion about Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman, again, he is by far one of the best actors of our time. Sadly, we lost him too soon, and I feel like along the lines of like a Heath Ledger, we are not going to get to see the potential that he could have maybe presented like a Denzel Washington or a Cuba Gooding Jr. or even maybe like a Gary Oldman or any of these like older actors that have or Morgan Freeman that have been around for years and have given us this chance to see the depth of character they could bring. So, rest in power, Wakanda forever. As always, my friends, stay geeky. Peace.